Hello, everyone. This is for the episode 113 for Thursday, and I'm recording in advance. Today, I'm going to talk about spiritual talk, and that is forgiveness and relationships with others. So, one of the things that I couldn't really do in the past is that, let's say, if someone really said something false about me or make up a story and lie in my back, or they do something that is not professional, because they have their own personal feeling and they just attack me, whatever you call it, all the negative behavior. I really couldn't forgive them fully. Like, we all have human being have emotions and feelings and mood and toward other people, and I don't know, I couldn't really, by knowledge I know that I need to forgive people, and I need to really, regardless of that, I need to really love others and still be nice as the children of God, and God is love, so that's why I need to really love others. And through this whole journey of spirituality journey, 2023 Q3, starting from Q2 and Q3 Q4, I've noticed the change. It's not from my own willpower, but this is my testimony. This is by the power of Holy Spirit. Really, Holy Spirit really transformed, and it's like a renovation of the old house and renovating the whole house into new house and condo and resident. So yes, now, because Holy Spirit gave me the heart of forgiveness and really have compassion toward toward other people, I can I can now pray for them sincerely and not out of obligation. I must do this, but I now have the heart that, oh God, please forgive them. Oh God, they don't know what they're doing. They're doing so because of their ignorance, which I used to be like that. I didn't know the Bible word fully and deeply in depth. And yeah, I even even though I know that I need to forgive others who hurt me or who say bad about things, even though by knowledge I know, but I couldn't do it because my heart wouldn't really allow that. And after that transformative and intimate relationship with God, that is one thing that my heart can do that. So for example, in my story, um there's one, I'm not going to say any name of the person or name of the place or anything, because this is just to give you the example. So for example, there was one person who used to be like a drama queen and say something about me in the back. And that's how she maintains and creates really relationship and builds relationship. That's her way of doing things. And that's something that is against my core value. And I just avoid her, try to limit the number of interaction because that is really against my core value. And I, even myself in the past, when I was in my really lowest point of my life, I say things about bad people, things about other people as well, because I needed to vent out. I needed to express that, like how frustrated I am because of that person or whatever you call it. I used to be like that. And because I have that also experience, I don't judge her, but I just acknowledge and I know the type of person, and maybe she can be different right now, right? So for example, in my case as well, I used to be like that, but Holy Spirit and God taught me that's not how Christians work. That saddens God, that saddens Holy Spirit. So because I love Holy Spirit, because I love God, because I love Jesus Christ, and I know that I'm the child of God, I no longer doing that. And if you think that I'm used to be like that, and if you remember me, the past version of me, which I was the lowest point of my life, then you're wrong, because I've been transformed and I'm changed now. And so this is what I mean by we need to give other people a second chance, because you don't know what they're going through right now, right? And you don't know what they're really dealing with, if like privately. It's their privacy. And may they may don't want to share that with you, because they don't want to share that burden with you, and they want to keep it like private because they feel that they are safer, which in my case in the past I was like that too. And yeah, so you don't know. And so that's why you need to give second or third chance, being a good friend, and be positive with them and not say anything bad about them, because you would never know what they're going through at the moment deep down. And yes. And back to my story. So one thing that I couldn't do was that I couldn't really forgive them fully, even though I know that I need to do that. Um, and I didn't really want to deal with them. And those were my approach. But now I will give them numerous chances, how they act, and whether they when I interact with them, whether they make our chat and make the interaction as a gossip, or they really are good friends of mine. I'll give them a chance. And let's say I've give them a chance interacting with them, and if they are still stuck in the past, like past meaning gossiping still, then I'll pray for them. Like, oh, they're still in that stage. They haven't been really out of that stage yet. Holy Spirit God, that's not, that's because of their ignorance. That's their survival mode. Um, please forgive them. I will pray for them. And I have been praying for the person. Yeah. And if they're still like doing the same thing, then it's maybe the matter of time. They may change down the road. You'll never know. So, and another thing that I've really learned is that if someone is hurting me, because to protect myself, it's really natural that we have our own mechanism system, right? So I open my heart and share my story authentically, but that person really used it against me and saying that whole story to other people and make me a fool in front of other people. And like, that's not a real relationship, right? You should keep that between you and that person. And yeah, the person that I dealt with was in her 50s, and she has the title of that organization. Um, and yeah, so this is what I mean by the maturity, emotional maturity, and the character. It's not defined by age. It's not defined by age. And it is really, God has actually dealt with this topic. And I just honestly say I used to be an immature Christian, tossed back and forth, because I used to be like that. And I know, looking back, and why he has given me this whole lengthy training of perseverance, endurance to build my character, because I was, in God's eyes, I was not matured enough. And the matured Christian and the maturity is still ongoing. However, now that I really climbed that project, that task that God has actually has given me, yeah, the forgiveness matter and people matter and relationship and bless them and those things, he has actually built me the character, and I give them another chance because you'll never know what they're going through. Like I used to be like that too. um and this is spiritual talk, and I can dare to say this is not by my own willpower. Oh, I need to forgive this person. No, this is by the Holy Spirit, and it's really hard to put it into word, but that is the transformative moment. And yes, I give them. That is also related to the emotional capacity, right? Because the stronger person will adapt to their style, and the weak person cannot. Weak person would control the relationship because they cannot adapt themselves to their style. That's from the book No Limits by John Maxwell. And that really stood out to me so much because I used to be like that, the weaker version of me, because I couldn't I didn't want to really deal with myself with those type of people. But now they're a human being. I used to be like that, and I do understand them, and I bless them. I really want the best for them. And yeah, so now I can still say hi to them and really respect them and really love them, and without letting anybody else know that I can still pray for them and I see the goodness of them. And I pray that when they don't know what they're doing, like gossiping or like saying, spreading the word, which should be kept between that person and yeah, between those two parties. Yeah, I pray for them, and those are, I think, grown up part. And even when you become 50s and 60s, you may not be able to forgive them when Holy Spirit is not really transforming yourself. And I hope, I trust that God is still working the best good things in you, and he would not finish his work, and he would not finish his good work in you until he molds you and refine you and really transform you into the true potential you. So for that, I glorify God. I thank God. And um yes. And I don't know, I feel a little emotional, but um yes, I think that is my spiritual talk with you. And now I'm more conservative when it comes to relationship. I can be friends with anyone, but however, I do keep in mind that that person, um I don't know, that person cannot be the best of cannot be the best version of themselves at the moment because of their private matters. Yeah, however, we need to give our best version of ourselves to others, that's for sure. And I wanted to share that spiritual talk. I think the trend is now like Tuesday fitness, wellness, well-being journey talk, and Thursday spiritual talk, or vice versa. I think that's the the trend that we're gravitating toward. Um, and I hope that you like this episode. If you like this channel and episode, click the like button. Follow this journey on Spotify, Apple, Amazon, and on YouTube, and also on Instagram at fitwell.to. Thank you so much for taking your time to listen to this episode and this YouTube, and we love you. You are the best, and God bless you.